Hi guys, it's Rachel. I am here finally. Let's see what time it is. It is almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. So daylight savings time was supposed to be productive, but apparently it kicked my butt. Even though I got an extra hour, of laziness. So yeah. Anywho, I am here to do some stamping, and I had done a neon gradient, I want to say a few months ago. I did it at the end of summer, and I remember I did it for the last day of summer because I wanted to do something with neons. So I took the Anchor and Heart. It is a neon flaky collection. I don't know if you can see it in the light, but I love this. It's got shimmer and flakies and anything neon. I'm all about neons. I love neons. I did a gradient with them, but I didn't use a sponge. All I did was just brush on the two colors alternating, and everybody was like, I need to see this. So I have decided I was going to do that for you guys since I already know how well they gradient. I picked these again. I have several collections of neons, but I just chose the Anchor and Heart ones. So I don't know if anyone is watching yet. Or if I should just go ahead and do this. I was waiting for some people to join, and I don't know. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. Let me show you my setup here. I've got all of the cameras and all of the lights. Here I've got my neons that I will be using. And then I brought my stuff for some stamping. Right here and right here. So yay! Anywho, let me go ahead and set up my camera, and I'm going to go pour myself a second cup of coffee, and I shall be right back to see if some more people join us. So I'm going to go ahead and set my camera up on the tripod. That's lovely. You guys can see my nails. Let me see. Okay. I took it off Wi-Fi, so maybe that will give me a better connection. Okay. I will be right back. Alright, coffee. It looks like I got somebody watching me. Yay! Okay, I did have to get my coffee. I can't turn it sideways, but it is in my Patriots cup because today the Patriots play. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anywho, let me get started and kind of tell you a little bit about what I got out here. I am using, this is one of the custom mats that Lantern Wren had, and Carly, I got this from Carly when I was at the indie shop in San Antonio, and I love this thing. Like, it's covering my entire kitchen table, so it's perfect for if you do videos or if you're doing artwork and you get a little ambitious and you spill stuff like me. But this thing's huge. I love it. Everybody should have one. I know I have a Bliss mat too. I had that one as my first mat, and I think this is my first time using it on camera, so you guys will see how good it is. I did a little cleanup on my nails. I took off my Galaxy nails. I took off my nail polish, and I did a little pushing of the cuticles. I wanted to give a little shout out to Vibrant Vinyls and her cuticle remover. I used to use a cuticle remover from Sally's, and I loved that stuff. I told everybody about it. It was so great. And once I used this, I think I got one bottle from Polish Pickup, and I tried it, and oh my gosh, I was so excited because it's an indie brand, and I try to support anything indie. Anything I can buy that's handmade by a person, I try to support them. So when I found out you could have indie cuticle removers, I was like, heck to the yeah. And I tell you what, I have never gone back to Sally's. I actually threw away a bottle that was probably about 3/4 full because I knew I would never use it, so I just threw it away. So go to vibrantvinyls.com, check out her cuticle remover. This thing, I mean, you can see in the bottle, it's very liquidy, so it's not like the one from Sally's. So it took me a little bit to get used to, but holy crap, you get so much dead skin out from underneath your cuticles. It's not even funny. I mean, they're just like pristine. This stuff works amazing. Try it. Tell me what you think. Then I used my base coat from KB Shimmer. This one is called Love You Strong Time. I love the name. I think it's adorable. I think it got changed though. But Love You Strong Time is my strengthening base coat because I do get peeling nails every once in a while. They peel and break. I don't use this like all the time because your nails aren't supposed to be, you're not supposed to use too much strengthener on your nails because that'll make them too hard and they'll break easier. So I use this on occasion, and I'll go back and forth between this and her sticky base coat. So this is one of my favorites when you're having nail breakage. And I think that will catch me current. I have my nails all ready to go, and we are going to start with this one. It's called One in a Melon. So with the Neon Gradients, I'm going to go ahead and get all these bottles open. So that way they are ready to go. You don't need a sponge. Usually you want your polishes to be a little bit thin so they'll blend easier. I need to shake this one up. Let's shake it up. Almost like a jelly consistency, but not really a jelly. You want them to be able to blend without using a sponge. So try it. If you don't like it, you can always use a sponge, but I prefer not to use a sponge because it's a lot more work. Okay, they are all ready. Look at that rainbow. It's so pretty. All right. So what I usually do is I will paint half of my nail with one color. And I'm going to see if I can zoom in here. I'll leave that bottle open. And then I'll come back while it's still wet, and I will paint the other side. And I maybe overlap just a little bit. Not a lot. Because you're going to come back with a second coat. Oh, let me keep this one back out. Then you're going to go with your next nail. And you're going to paint half of your nail. And again, you're just going to kind of, I didn't get any flakies on that one. Kind of overlap it. Then you're going to go with the next nail, that same color. Do half the nail. And you want to pick colors. I mean, I'm going in rainbow style because I know the colors are going to blend together easier. Because when you have a rainbow, this kind of naturally blends together, so it makes it easier. But if you're wanting to do something a little different, pick colors that aren't going to like blend together and make brown. Like, don't pick pink and green. I mean, yeah, it may look okay sometimes, but in the middle it might just look all kind of blech. Okay. I got a little in my cuticle there. Alright. I'm kind of a clean as you go type person, so I'm going to get my little shot glass, pour a little acetone, and this is my favorite acetone. I use Onyx Professional. I use 100% acetone. That is important because if you use use any type of nail polish remover that has any type of oil in it, it does not clean up as well. So I'm a kind of a clean as you go type person. So I didn't want to get that out of my cuticle before it dried and stained. Okay. I'm going to put my acetone back over there. Alright, so you kind of see it coming together already. Oh crap, you know what I did? Rachel just did a boo-boo. Let's fix this. I'm looking at it on camera, I'm like, crap, what did I just do? Oh yeah, I did the wrong color on the wrong finger. Well, there we go. It's supposed to be green, Rachel. It's supposed to be green. Nobody told me. Thanks, guys. You'll like totally let me down there. Alright. So, I'm going to go put my base coat back on real quick. Alright. And I'm going to skip over to the pinky and let my ring finger dry. So this will be green, blue, and then blue, purple. Okay, so on my pinky, I'm going to do blue, and these colors, I mean, they just, if you ever get the chance to buy this collection, do it. It's such a stunning collection. The shimmer, the flakies, everything in it just. Told you I'm a clean as you go type person. Alright. I think that bumps that finger somehow. Alright, Rachel, let's see. There goes the green. See, this is the way it was supposed to be. The green. Ooh, too much. You don't want to get too much on your brush, because then you're going to like over flood your cuticles, possibly over pigment, depending on how strong that pigment is. So I have high sidewalls on this one, so I kind of had to get it in there a different way. And it doesn't look perfect, but you'll get that on the second coat. So this is kind of what it looks like on the first coat. You kind of see a little bit of a rainbow gradient going around here. Hey Noelle, how are you doing? Hey Serena. Just now looking at all my comments. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee from my Patriots mug, Serena. I hope you're watching that. I am totally going to be watching the Patriots game today. My husband is a hardcore Packers fan. I married a cheesehead. And I am a New England Pats fan. And I'm not ashamed. I live in Georgia. But I love my New England Patriots. And I'm giving this a little time to dry, just so you guys know. In Georgia, that's kind of a dangerous thing because there's tons of Falcons fans here, and the Falcons fans are still a little salty about the Super Bowl. And yeah. Hi Ashley, how are you doing? So I'm trying to kind of see my my viewers from my phone. It's sitting up here on the tripod, so I can't really see the screen that easy. Alright, I think it is time for a second go. We're going to do my thumb. And you guys see I am rocking the nubs. When I went to the indie shop, I did not wear nail polish when I was working, and oh my god, y'all, I worked so hard. I loved every minute of it, but I did work my little fanny off, and I did kind of break my nails because I went a few days without having nail polish on my hands, which was not a smart idea. Always have polish on your fingernails, otherwise they'll be more susceptible to breakage. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm doing my second coat, doing the same thing, doing a coat, and then I'm slightly overlapping, and you kind of want to do the overlapping in a thin layer, and I'm just kind of wrapping the tip there. So if you guys can see, that pink and that orange right there kind of blended together in the middle, and it just makes like a little pretty ombre. If for some reason you feel like it's a little too peach in the middle, let me do this. And see what I'm doing here? I'm kind of circling my brush around the rim to kind of get all the polish off. I can go in there and kind of dry brush a little more pink on that, just so it kind of blends it a little bit more together. So it all just depends on what you think. And don't worry, when you apply top coat, it kind of blends everything together anyways. Alright. So just applying the second coat of the orangey coral. I love this collection, seriously, guys. This is probably one of my favorite neons. And I got to meet this lady when I went to a polish convention in New York, and she is an absolute doll. I love her. So I feel like my orange is a little bright on my yellow side there, so I'm gonna dry brush it. Just to kind of blend it a little bit. I don't want it to be too orangey on that side, so I added a little bit more yellow. So, I mean, it might be a little bit more on the orange than on the yellow, but you know what? I'm not perfect. I'm sorry I'm missing all you guys' comments. I'll probably look at them later. I just realized I had a ton of comments that are not being looked at. I'm trying to scroll. Okay. Try to get here where y'all can see it. Doing another coat of yellow, and I'm trying to make sure I get it on the sidewalls. And I want to dry brush it. In the center, you don't want as much polish on your brush, because you don't want it to be as pigmented in the middle. And you're going to have two different polishes. So if it's thinner in the middle, it's not going to be super gloopy in the middle, because you're going to be putting two different on there. So I'm going to kind of wipe that off. And if you got to bring it a little bit sideways, bring it a little bit sideways. Dab, dab, dab. I'm going to go get my yellow again. Kind of bring it back to the green side. Dab, dab, dab. Ta-da! It's super easy. I really love this technique because I hate using tools. Anything I can do without tools, I am happy. Alright. I got a little bit more blue on the side than I had wanted to. So clean up that cuticle. That worked. So I'm going to go easy on the blue now. just enough to kind of get that second side a little bit more depth. And I'm going to dab, 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 dab. When you're working with wet polish, you can play with it a little bit more. Oh wait, I need the blue again. Derp. Okay. So basically, we have just went through and painted half of our nails with one color, then half with the other color, overlapping in the center. You want to go thin when you're painting in the center so that it doesn't get too thick, because you are painting with two polishes. You can dab, not the weird high schooling fad dab, but just tapping your brush up and down. And you can go back and forth and see how little polish I have on there. It's almost like a dry brush. And you can just blend until you are happy. It's the beauty of wet polish. Alright, now I've got my little shot glass. So I'm going to come over here and do some cleanup. I don't have a lot of cleanup to do because I did try to go easy. But just a little bit of cleanup. Making sure I'm still in camera. And what I'm using, for people who are not familiar with my work, this is a e.l.f. brush that I get from Walmart. It's a concealer brush. It costs you $1. Usually when I go to Walmart and I see these things, I usually stock up on them. I usually buy like 4 or 5 at a time because, you know, they are cheap. They're $1. Sometimes they last, sometimes they don't. And this is pure acetone in the shot glass. This is what I use. This was 99 cents at Walmart, so you can get it on the cheap. And you just dip your brush. And what I do, because it's oversaturated with acetone, I just kind of dab it back and forth on my finger to kind of get the excess off. You can dab it on the paper towel. And then you just kind of clean up. You do not want to flood your cuticles with acetone, because that will like kind of ruin the polish that you do have in there. Get up underneath my nail. This is what happens when you are not used to painting your thumb. Top coat will fix that. Okay. A brush with acetone on it can do wonders. So that will just give you a nice clean edge when you do that. It gives you a little bit of a cuticle gap. You don't want to paint all the way to the cuticle. You want to leave a little bit of a gap so that when your top coat is applied, it has something to adhere to and not to the skin. And if it gets to your cuticle, that's when you start having chipping. So this is pretty much what my no tool gradient looks like. That was super quick. I did one hand in about 15 minutes. So, and I kind of was going a little bit slow. I know not everybody's going to go Rachel's speed. Let me get my top coat out. And I am using Clearly on Top, if you guys can see this. Clearly on Top by KB Shimmer. Can't find my label. There it is. Ah. Love this stuff. Now, different people react differently, different body chemistries. This may not work on some people. You may experience chipping with it, but for me, this has been my favorite top coat. And what I do, I don't just like slap it on. I kind of push and then push back so that you get all the way back there to the cuticle, and then you wrap your tip. And that prevents you from getting chipping on the tips. So usually what I do is I set it down, push back, and then one draw, one draw, one draw. Wrap the tip. And this technique works good so that you're not putting too much polish back there by the cuticle. You don't want it to be too much. By putting it down and kind of spreading the bristles out and pushing backwards like that, it helps. Let me see if I can zoom in and kind of give you a really better idea of my thumb. Push down, spread the bristles out, push back. Swipe, swipe. And you want to get as close to your cuticle as possible without getting it on the skin. And then if you don't really have a free nail edge, just tap, tap, tap on your tip there. Ta-da! That is my gradient. I'm making it look so easy. Well, thank you. And you can also take your little brush and you can also clean up if you got any top coat on your skin. Now sometimes, like if you just have a little on the edges of your skin, it will peel off later, but I don't like the look of it. I like to clean it up. I like to have that nice crisp look. So, ta-da! So, I told you guys I was possibly going to stamp, and since this went by so quick, I will do some stamping. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Hang on. My phone just said low power mode, so I'm charging it now. Okay. If you guys have any questions, please just type them in the comments. If I see them while I'm filming this, I'll answer them. If I don't, I'll answer them after the live video. But if you have any questions on how something is done, feel free. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tighten my bottles. If you missed the beginning of the video, this was the collection that I used. It is a neon shimmery flaky collection by Anchor & Co. These things are, I love these polishes. The flakies, I'm kind of a flaky fanatic. I love flakies. The camera's throwing this one off, but it's a neon yellow. I love all things neon. Ta-da! Alright, I'm going to let you guys pick what image I use. So, I have, this is my little mini collection, plate collection. Let's see. I don't know how well you can see my plates, but I've got some marble. I really don't think marble will be good over this. Then I've got some different designs that I haven't used. Some of these are just brand new plates. The one I picked out that I thought would look really pretty was this one by Bundle Monster, which is now Maniology. I thought it would be really cute with a leopard heart print or the zebra heart print. I thought one of these would be fun because I felt like this is like rawr. It needed some animal print. I thought an animal print might be good, or zebra print. If you guys think of zebra print. I did forget to pull out my black stamping polish, so I've got to do that. I do have a marble plate. That might look good over this. So maybe marble or animal print. I've got different floral designs. I really think either animal print or marble. You guys tell me what you think. I'm going to set these right here. I will be right back when I go get my black stamping polish. The leopard print. Now, which one do you think? The heart one or the one with the zebra print too? The heart one? I really think the heart one would look really cute. Is that what you think, Serena? I'll let you guys pick. A marble plate. Zebra print. What do you guys think? Yeah, this would look like, we could do both if you think. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Yeah, zebra would cover it up a lot. I'm going to try this one. I really like that one. Okay, if I don't like it, I'll change it up. Alright, so what I'm going to do before I start stamping, I have my Cuticula, my cuticle barrier. For those of you who don't know what a cuticle barrier is, this is like putting Elmer's glue on your skin, letting it dry and peel off. And there's been a lot of DIY videos that are like, oh, you can paint your nails by putting Elmer's glue on the side. Yeah, it looks easy, but it doesn't ever work right. To me, I would invest in a good latex barrier. If you are allergic to latex, it all depends on how allergic you are to latex. Because my friend, she has a latex allergy, and it will make her itch a little bit, but if she's able to like wash her hands off, it won't bother her. But some people will like flat out break out as soon as they touch it. So what I'm doing is I am painting this on my skin around my fingers, so that the nail polish, when I stamp, will be easily peeled. I like Cuticula because she puts glitter in hers and scents. Anything to make nail polish more fun, glitter and scents. A few other brands that I do like are Ribbit Stickets. She has her her latex, and I love that because she does scents too. I do have a Bliss Kiss one in there. I have several, and I kind of rotate back and forth with them. I just happened to grab this one, and it smells like Cocoa Puffs. She was nice enough to me to set one of these sets aside. I got Cocoa Puffs, Captain Crunch, and Fruity Pebbles, I think. It was a collection. So I am set with latex. I can stamp all of the days. I have latex for months. And I'm trying to be careful not getting this on my nail. You want to get it as close to your cuticle as possible. And I wrap underneath my fingers because my nails are not long. Some of you people have long nails, so you don't have to go underneath your nail. See, I do, because when you stamp, it kind of goes around. So I like to cover my entire finger. If you were in the nub club like me, wrap underneath your fingertips. You'll have less cleanup. And this basically just makes it easier after you stamp, just to peel it away. Ta-da! And you know what? I forgot my tweezers, so let me go grab those and I will be right back. Handy dandy tweezers. Okay. So you guys get to see Rachel's stamp. And if you're new to stamping, the most important thing I can tell you is to have everything you need ready. Oh, thank you, Serena. Ribbit Stickets is unforgettable. She loves her frogs. Me and Christy with Ribbit Stickets, she was at Indie Shop with us. We shared the same Airbnb house. So she's a doll. I love her. Love her to death. So, alright. Get your plate ready. Get your stamping plate ready. Open the lid. Let me close it. Shake it first. I'm using Hit the Bottle. And if you ever see me do my stamping, 99% of the time I'm using Hit the Bottle. I love Michelle. I love her customer service. There's other great stamping polishes out there. There's indie brands who make creams who stamp. But 99% of the time you'll see me using Hit the Bottle because I just love her formula. I love how it stamps. I've never had an issue. And if I ever did have an issue, I just emailed her and it was fixed right away. So Hit the Bottle. And since she's from Australia and I'm here in the US, I buy her brand from Lantern Wren. Lantern Wren is kind of like my one-stop shop. Anything I want for stamping, I just buy it in one place. So if I want an Uber Chic plate, Hit the Bottle polish, I want a Moyu London plate, I buy it all in one little shop and I pay one shipping fee. Okay. So you can't just start with your stamping without having everything ready. Let me get back to that. Got me a cotton ball. I'm going to soak it in acetone. And my handy dandy claw. The claw. Yeah, the claw. And this thing just basically holds it so that if you are painting both hands, you can wipe your plate without ruining your nail polish. So I love the claw. Again, Lantern Wren. Lantern Wren is, I work for Lantern Wren if you guys didn't know that. I run her Instagram. So Lantern Wren is kind of my go-to place. The mat that I'm using underneath this is from Lantern Wren. All of my stamping plates and polishes are from Lantern Wren. This handy dandy stamper. This thing is amazing. If you guys love stamping but always had a problem with it, this stamper right here from Lantern Wren, it's the Simply Silver stamper. I'm going to clean that off real quick. And this is my lint roller. I have a lint roller. This is how I get my stamping off after each use. So you want to have your stamper, your polish, and let me open that. Stamper, polish, cotton ball on a stick. Oh, scraper card. I knew I was forgetting something. Hold on. Alright. Scraper card. It is nasty because I use this all the time. But hey, it works. Okay. Scraper card, stamper, and lint roller. All need to be nearby. It takes me a minute sometimes to figure out how I want everything. Okay. There it is. Okay, I'm going to use this image. You scrape almost at a flat angle. Take your stamper, and if it's a clear stamper like this one, you roll it. Ta-da! Leopard print. And I will take my excess and I will wipe it off on here. All clean. Get a good bead of polish And I read too, if you had trouble picking up like some of your image, like if you get like little holes, brush it this way and scrape it this way. And I usually tap it to make sure all that polish, because when it gets off of this, you're gonna see it's dried out a little bit. So when it sticks, you can tap it, you can touch it, make sure it's all stuck down. I'm gonna take my lint roller and wipe it off. Okay. So I'm gonna do brush this way. And I'm going to scrape that way. And then I'm just going to tap it down to make sure all of the little bits are stuck to my nail and not sticking up. If you ever get to watch me do this in person, I fly. It's so funny. I love doing this stuff. Didn't get enough on my brush. I think I need to order some more black polish. This one's getting a little low. Alright, now I'm going to scrape this way. Ta-da! Ah. I kind of got off on the side there. It's a little crooked. Oops. So I did kind of miss the side a little bit, but it'll be alright. This is learning purposes. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. I just took what was on my stamper and kind of put it on the side. You see, I'm not perfect. I kind of messed up on that one. But it'll be okay. If I have to, I'll take a dotting tool and just put a few dots there. Everything is fixable. Let's see what everybody's saying. Oh, you use a clothespin rather than the claw. Lint rollers. Yes. This lint roller right here actually has a good point. If you're stamping, this is your best friend. A lot of people will use like Scotch tape, like on a roll, which is good and all. It works, but it can be a pain in the butt, especially if you're stamping all of your fingers, both hands, and you got wet nail polish on. So didn't get a lot of polish. Ta-da! I love this stuff. So that's what it looks like before I peel my latex up. I kind of like the way this looks. This is pretty cool. Alright, this is the most satisfying part right here, not the wiping of the plate. Let me get this out the way. Get that out the way. Alright. Peel. This is the best part of stamping, is the peeling. Ooh, it's so satisfying. It takes me back to my childhood when I used to peel off Elmer's glue. See, I got a little bit on my knuckle, and I got a little bit under my thumb. But ta-da! That looks so cool. I love this. This is why I'm addicted to stamping, you guys. I love stamping because it makes you get the prettiest images. You get the professional, clean look. Because when I do freehand nail art, I seriously look like a 4-year-old in kindergarten who is drawing something for mom to hang on the fridge. That is my freehand. I cannot freehand. I can barely do dots. Like when I did dot cures and I would try to do the dots by hand, it was a hot mess. So when I discovered stamping and how much I could do and how great it would look with stamping, I was addicted. Okay, now I'm going to tell you guys something about black polish. If you are stamping with black polish, be very careful about how much acetone you clean up around your cuticles. You almost want to have your brush almost completely dry. Your polish is pretty much dry when it's on your skin. Sometimes you just got to take it and get it off with a piece of tape, or you can use acetone. But if you use too much acetone, that black polish is going to get up underneath your cuticles right there, and it will stain. So use as little acetone on cleanup with dark stamping polishes as possible. I will show you guys. So I'm like dabbing this, trying to make sure that there's nothing excess. And then, see, it stained a little bit there. You have to be super careful with dark polishes around your cuticles, because they do like to stain. I'm going to bring my acetone over here. And do try to dab your brush and clean it off on a paper towel as much as possible, so that way you're not using a stained brush. But be super careful on how much acetone floods your cuticle. See, I did this one. I got too much acetone in there. So I'm taking my brush bristles, and I'm trying to like get them in there inside the cuticle and just try to get that staining out. Okay. So clean up, wipe off your polish, or wipe off your cleanup brush on a dry paper towel every time you clean up, and you will see that black polish. If you don't clean it off your cleanup brush, you will get it in your cuticle. And you can have a perfect mani, but if you have stained cuticles, it will just make it look, ugh. You guys can see that. Look at that. That's from what I've cleaned off my skin. You don't want that in your cuticles. Because you can see on my finger there how you can kind of see the black a little bit. It's not much, but you can see the black kind of stains your skin a little bit. So just be super careful. Black is always pretty, but it is a pain in the butt to clean up. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking cute. I love it. Look at that. This was totally a Lisa Frank look. I'm so glad we went with the leopard print. It didn't cover it up. You can still see the neon through it. Oh my god, I love it, guys. Yay. All right, so I'm gonna throw this away. Oops. Look at me and my dirty mat. This is why I love mats. They're easy to clean up. Oh, if I can get my... Oh, Lord, help me. Help me. Alright, we are going to top coat this, and it will be ready. Let's zoom in for the top coat. I've got a hair on my brush. Hang on. Ah! Okay. I had a hairy hair on my brush. Yeah. Okay. See? Even now I have top coat on my thumb. I picked off the... There we go. Okay. I don't know how hairs get in my top coat bottle. I swear.
Hey, Mama.
Hang on, Haley.
I'm gonna go shower.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. My daughter was announcing to me that she's getting in the shower. And you're going to use the same technique I showed you earlier, where you kind of push back. And the thing with stamping is you want to get a good enough bead on your brush. If I can get it to show up. See how it's kind of good bead right there? Push it back. You don't want to drag the nail polish brush across your stamping, especially with black colors. I found another hairy hair. Okay. So you want to have a good amount of top coat when you're brushing over stamping. When you're doing stamping, you're choosing a top coat over stamping, a quick dry top coat is going to probably be your best bet. I have done it without a quick dry top coat, but I prefer quick dry top coats. And again, this top coat will just seal everything, make all the colors pop, because it's neon, hello, and black. It looks like Lisa Frank. Ta-da! Zoom out. There we go. There we go, guys. I love it. Okay. I'm going to clean this up real quick. I still got a little acetone left. I'm going to clean up that top coat out of my cuticle area. Okay, I think I'm good. Sometimes I wait till everything's dry before I finish it. Okay. Alright guys, I am back. So, that is my Lisa Frank look. I love it. Thank you, Ashley. I really like this. Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope that I was able to teach you a little something. I'm not the world's best. When I started stamping, I think it was when I first went to the indie shop in Atlanta. That was back in 2000, I want to say 15, I think. Or 16, I can't remember, whenever they first went to Atlanta. I tried stamping. My husband bought me a stamper off of Google or something like that. It was some sort of foreign cheap stamper and cheap plates, and it did not go well. Like, it half picked up, it didn't pick up. It was not like this at all. So as I've gone through the years, I have learned how to stamp. It took me a year before I really understood how everything worked. It does not have to take you that long. Me, I kind of threw it away and gave up. And a couple months later, I'd pick it back up, and then I tried again until I finally figured it out. And I think that was about the time when I started working with Lantern Wren. And when I started working with Lantern Wren, like my stamping supplies, I have so many stamping plates, so many stamping polishes, stampers, latex barriers. I'm all about stamping. Love stamping. So if you guys have any issues with learning or you want to try stamping, message me. Watch my videos, share my videos. I would love to help anyone learn anything I can do. And I'm generally a simple nail art person. I'm not a nail artist. I don't proclaim to be. I just love nail art and I love doing my nails. So anything I can teach you guys, I'm more than willing to help you guys. So there we go. Say bye to Lisa Frank Nails. I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday. I'm going to go get ready for the Pats game. I got all of my jersey and everything in the washing machine, so I will be decked out for the Pats game. Y'all have a great Sunday. Sorry. I'm thinking today's Saturday. Hey, y'all have a great Sunday. And I will catch you guys next time.